Good morning. I am Major Deepak Rao and I have come to talk to you about mental health. Now this sounds like oxymoron. What is an army man doing? Telling you about meditation and mind. Let me just explain to you. I am associated with the process of modernization of close quarter battle training in the Indian Army. My subject makes me very inclined towards studying Oriental philosophy of Japan and China and war philosophies like Sun Tzu's Art of War and other related subjects. During that process, I came across more than 10 years ago of a subject called Zen. Now Zen primarily interested me because it was used by samurai warriors of Japan, and it was used to build fortitude, to build fearlessness, and to take away the worries and the ruminations of impending death on the battlefield. So, subject was very exciting. I studied Zen for more than a decade, and I have given TED Talks on Zen and I have a lot of research papers on Zen. So here I am to talk to you about a very interesting form of meditation. Of course, all meditation is interesting, but this is from a soldier's perspective. You too can use this form of meditation actively if you like it, if it works for you, and it will help you to deal with the day-to-day ruminations and worries that crop up in the mind. So after this short introduction, let me just, what I want to do is I want to take you through the history of evolution of Zen in a very short while. And every evolution I want to give you an exercise which you can try just sitting there. So everything started with Gautam Buddha. Everything started from there. All meditative, techniques, and every type of meditation has its origins in the Buddha. So Buddha started with two types of meditations. One is what we already know, is Shamta of focus. Now the focus meditation is about focusing your mind. Now see, the mind is like the body. It needs to be exercised in order for it to work well for you. If you need to exercise your mind, now supposing you are trying to solve a problem, or you're trying to work out a task. Now there are a lot of things which are outside and irrelevant, which come crowding your mind, and you don't seem to be able to focus full concentration on the job at hand. We all know this because this happens to us all the time. Now the disciplined mind or the fit mind is one that can put your secondary worries aside while you're attending to the primary problem, and that is what is the essence of mental fitness or mental discipline. Now to do that, you need focus. So focus means focusing only at the task in hand. If you are working on resolving your office issue, then your problem which is at home should not come and bother you while you are at this task. If you are at home attending to an issue at home or a task at home, then your office problem cannot come and bother you while you're doing that. So this is what we call focus. Now to develop focus, there are lot of traditional meditative techniques which you know, but I will only be dealing with the ones which are little unorthodox, out of the box and unconventional. So I'll give you an example of focus meditation. Now what you do is, you close your eyes. This is the first exercise. You close your eyes and you imagine one apple. You imagine one apple. You can see only that apple and you cannot see anything else. Now you make it 2 apples. See only 2 apples. Don't see more than 2 or less than 2, and visualize them very, very clearly in front of your mind. If a stray thought comes in, push it away and do not encourage anything else other than the vision of the 2 apples. Now you make it 3 apples. 3 apples in a triangle. Focus your mind, build the strength of your mind. Make it 4 apples. So 4 apples in a square. 4 apples in a square. If you can see the texture, feel the texture, see the color, it's even better. Now make it 5 apples like a dice. 4 in the corners and 1 in the center. You should be able to see 5 apples. Now keep this 5 apples set to one side and start building another set of 5. So you put the 6th apple next to this set of 5 apples. Add 1 more, now you have 2, that is 7. Add 1 more apple, you have now 3 corners of the second square of apples. Add the 9th apple, now you have a square and a set of 5. And add the last 10th apple to make 2 sets of 5. We are done with the exercise. You can open your eyes. Now you see, a lot of you must have seen that it is not very easy to focus on the apples. But with more and more practice, you will be able to focus your mind strongly and with certainty. Now the apples can be replaced by whatever you want. You can use a glass, you can use any kind of object that you see, you can use a rose. In oxygen, the more oxygen intake, the greater is the feeling of being fresh, energetic, and feeling good. The second thing we want to do is we want to exhale the carbon dioxide completely out. So we want to make the lungs as empty as we can. So that is your second goal. If you do these 2 things when you breathe, then you will immediately feel refreshed, ready, energized and calm. So how do we do it? Very simple. We want to take air right down to the base of our lungs. Normally we breathe only shallow, but we want to take it all the way down. So if we want to take the air all the way down, what we must do is, when we inhale, we have to make your stomach come out. You have to make the stomach burn. Bring it out. Inhale with the breath going right inside your abdomen. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. So we go to our second exercise. All of you can keep your eyes open. Take a deep breath slowly from your nose and inflate your abdomen as much as you can. Hold it as long as you can comfortably hold it. Now exhale through the mouth, and when you exhale, try to push the last part of your breath out. Once again, take a deep breath through your nose, inflate your abdomen, hold it there, exhale with a sigh and prolong. Full exhalation. I'll leave you with this technique. You keep trying. Inhale, hold, exhale. Inhale, hold, exhale. Inhale, hold, exhale. Inhale, hold, exhale. That's it. That's the second exercise. Anytime you are feeling weak, sluggish, passive, and you want energy. This is the scientific way of taking in more oxygen and getting more energized. So these were the two primary meditations, shamatha meditation and vipassana meditation, basics which Buddha propagated. Of course, those are taught in great detail, but I am just giving you the basics. As Buddhism moved on towards the east, it became Mahayana. Now Mahayana Buddhism is a type of Buddhism that says that anyone who practices meditation becomes a Bodhisattva. Bodhisattva is a seeker of happiness and joy. And Mahayana was some 20 generations below Buddha, propagated by Bodhidharma. And Bodhidharma was the founder of martial arts and also the founder of Zen. And let me tell you, Bodhidharma was just 9 years old when he got spiritually ordained and he became a monk. And he hit his liberation by the time he was 17 or 18. Bodhidharma is also the founder of the Shaolin temple, which teaches Kung Fu. So this is very, very, very dynamic and very, very interesting. Now Bodhidharma taught the meditation of the no mind, the no mind. No mind means one thought, one action, but no rumination. Now, what is the difference between rumination and planning? See, the attention span of the human brain is about 20 minutes. So, if you are going to make a plan, let us say you are planning how to address an adversity or you are planning how to work towards your goal. Now, you spend time thinking about it for 20 minutes. In those 20 minutes, do not go backward. See, once you say, okay, I start from here, now I am certain this thing needs to be done, and this thing. Now don't go back here, maybe I started wrong. If at all you have to decide whether you are going right or left, it is when you are about to take that step, not after you have taken the step. So make sure that not more than 20 minutes is spent in your planning for a task, and at the end of 20 minutes, if you have to go from A to Z, even if you have gone from A to B, it is still worth it. Stop thinking at that point. Take a long break and maybe come back to it in the afternoon or in the evening, and then start from B. Don't start from A again. So this is planning. Now everything else that comes and bothers you, which is outside the plan or which tends to take you back and forth, that is rumination. Rumination is a good word for worry. So worry means when you keep thinking about something which you already decided, you keep going to and fro, this may go wrong, that may go wrong, what should I do? Now you already decided that you should move in this direction. Now again you say, did I move in the right direction or did I do wrong? Should I go back and start over again? That's rumination. So mind in Zen refers to rumination. So when we say no mind, we don't mean no thinking, no thought, no planning. We mean no worrying, no rumination. So now I am going to put you across to a no mind exercise. A very simple exercise. Close your eyes and imagine a blackboard in front of your eyes. You now put your emotions on the blackboard. If you are angry, then the reason why you are angry, you put it in one corner of the blackboard. If you are depressed or you are pessimistic, you put the pessimistic thought in the second part of the blackboard, and you fill the blackboard with all your thoughts which are good, bad, ugly. So I leave you alone for 30 seconds to fill your blackboard. Start. Now take a duster and wipe everything off the blackboard. Imagine yourself wiping everything vigorously, aggressively and strongly off the blackboard. You have made your blackboard clean. Now just focus on the blackness, nothingness, emptiness of the blackboard. If anything gets written on it, wipe it off again. Very, very hard focus on keeping the blackboard empty. I'll give you 15 seconds to maintain it empty and keep cleaning it. There. Now open your eyes. You have just finished the no mind exercise. So this exercise, you see, is very useful to clear the repressions and unwanted emotions in your mind. Of course, it will not resolve things, but it will give you a temporary, feeling of emptiness. And once you start liking it, you'll get into the habit of keeping your mind free of clutter. Mahayana went on from South Asia to Korea to China, and it became Rinzai Zen. Rinzai Zen. Rinzai Zen was founded by Linji. I think Linji is pronounced as Rinzi, or rather Rinzi is pronounced Linji. But Linji founded Rinzai Zen. Now Rinzai Zen was a Zen of the samurai warriors. The samurai warriors had fearless traits. They were aggressive, ferocious in battle. And when they would get mortally injured, they would commit seppuku or harakiri with taking a small sword. They used to have two swords. One sword was meant to fight the enemy, which was a long sword. And there would be a smaller sword which the samurai would carry, which he would use to kill himself after he was dishonored, after he lost a battle, or when he, did something which was against his honor. He would sit down, he would take the small sword and he would disembowel himself. He would cut his belly in a U-shaped manner and disembowel himself. And then the man who was his, colleague would chop his head off to help him get a easy death. So this samurais had Rinzai Zen as their method of calming their mind. And I'm sure that these methods would be very, very useful to us too. Now let us take one exercise from Rinzai Zen. Close your eyes again. And we will take a koan meditation. Now koan was a riddle used to calm the mind. So now here is the koan. What will happen to me? What will happen to me? Close your eyes and let your worst fear be visualized to you. Imagine what you are most afraid of. Are you afraid of an accident? Are you afraid of a disease like cancer? Are you afraid of losing somebody, a dear one, to death? Are you afraid of, your business collapsing? Close your eyes and visualize the worst over the next 30 seconds. I leave you to visualizing your own fear and face it in the eye. You can start now. Now imagine yourself getting out of that situation. This is the second part, where you will your mind to believe you will survive and overcome. I give you another 30 seconds or 15 seconds for you to imagine yourself coming out successfully from the disaster or the fear in your mind. Open your eyes. This is a method of positive visualization where you address your worst fear. Instead of running away from it, you face it in the eye. Now the last part of evolution was Rinzai Zen went on, and a monk called Dogen, a master called Dogen, came up with Soto Zen. Now Soto Zen is what you see everywhere in Japan. People sitting down, in Zazen, facing a wall in a dark room, closing their eyes and meditating. Now one of the highlight meditation or trademark meditation of Dogen's Soto Zen is what I'm going to do now. It's very simple. Close your eyes and observe your mind. Now by observe your mind, how do you unearth what is going on in your mind? Think of one place that comes to you. One place from the past or present. Visualize what comes to you. 10 seconds. Second visualization, think of a person from your past or present that is there in your mind but you haven't noticed it. Think of a person, any person who's there at the back of your mind. Bring him to the front. And the last one, think of how do you see yourself in the present, in the past or in childhood. Get a visual image of yourself. 10 seconds. And that's it. Open your eyes. This was thought observation meditation, adaptation of Shikantaza, which is used by Soto Zen. Now let's come to the most popular and last part of meditation, mindfulness meditation. Everyone uses the word mindfulness. There are many ways of training for that. I'll show you one. Close your eyes and feel your right palm. What is in touch with your right palm? Is it your trouser? Is it your mobile phone? Feel the texture and focus all your mind on the sensations of your right palm. Focus on the sensations of your left palm. Is your hand in your pocket? Is your hand holding a pamphlet? Focus on the feeling of your left palm. Focus on the feeling of your right foot, maybe your sock, your shoe, the floor, the pressure of your weight, the texture of the floor, right foot. Focus on the left foot. Focus on how your face feels. How does the air feel when you breathe out? How does the fan or the AC feel on your face? Or how does the sweat feel on your face? Is it warm, cold, wet, dry? Now focus on any 4 sounds from the environment. Count any 4 sounds. My voice can be one of them. The hum of the AC, somebody's cell phone, somebody whispering. 10 seconds, I leave you. Now open your eyes and take in 4 colors from the environment. 4 colors from the environment. Count 4. Count red, count blue. You'll get all those colors on me. So this is your mindfulness meditation. And the right way to wake up from a meditative session is to do meditation in motion. Now I'll introduce you to a little bit of Qigong, which is a Chinese exercise, and we'll end with that. Qigong is very simple. Lift your hands up, feel your hands moving and push in front. Pull it back to your lap. Lift your hands up, push them up, slowly feeling your body move, bring it back, take it down. Lift your hands up, push it down, feel how you move your joints, take it back. Lift your hands up, move them out, bring it back and take it down. So now this is a mindfulness in motion meditation. So we've covered everything. I just want to summarize in 2 lines. Meditation is not sitting in the garden and breathing or doing Kapalbhati. Meditation is for you to look into your own mind, find out what trouble lies there and calm your mind or resolve it. So you must think of meditation as 4 things. MICE, 1 is meditative exercises, 2 is introspection, what worry do I have, what fear do I have. C is contemplation. Think about life, think about your future, think about what runs this world. And E is exhilaration or ecstasy. You have to feel happy. And how do you make yourself happy? That is what mind fitness or mind exercise is about. That is MICE, M-I-C-E, meditation, introspection, contemplation and ecstasy, exhilaration. I have just given you a soldier's version of how to get mentally fit. Signing off. Thank you.